I went looking for some basic information to help me get my business started, and I've been inundated with offers from coaches for help ever since. Are all these people just scammers? Business Questions Answered here, episode number 26. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Jay Cleveland Payne. I am a personal and professional development specialist. I have an MBA, and most importantly, I have made lots of mistakes over 20 plus years of working on and worrying about the management of my own small business and entrepreneurial endeavors. I would like to help you by allowing you to learn from my personal mistakes, my decades worth of study and research, and some insights from other business people and entrepreneurs. To submit your question, please visit our website, businessquestionsanswer.com. This episode is sponsored by My Company Works. More on our sponsor in a moment, but first, this week's question. And this week's question comes from Diana, who is asking a question that really does hit close to home because it's about my industry, coaching. And, well, let me just go to the question as it was sent to us. They seem like all the rage for people making money online. They also seem like low barrier to entry scams. I've been searching online for basic information to get my business started, and now I'm being bombarded with webinar invites and inquiry emails from coaches of all kinds, each touting their best system to help me well beyond a little hand-holding to file my paperwork. I'm sure some are legit in the way they help people who are stuck in the process, but I've seen too many glossy copycat websites to believe that there are this many people using the internet to sell this many courses, and that all of them are making a good living doing this. Is the coaching industry a den of lies, or am I making too much of the seemingly easy path it takes to become a coach of whatever discipline you choose? So this is a question that, let's say, hits very directly to me, Diana, because let's face it, I am a coach for all practical purposes. Whatever I call myself, I am a coach. I don't necessarily like the semantic of coach. I prefer saying that I'm a consultant because, trust me, that helps me get higher paying clients. But when I paint myself in the real light, I am doing coaching. By function, I coach people to work on their business processes for the development and efficient workflow. I also coach people on personal development and helping them make good, lasting impressions. I offer coaching and minor counseling as well for people through times of trouble and struggle and their accountability. And sometimes when they just need an outside eye to see what's going on and relay what's happening. I do not offer clinical analysis, I do not prescribe any medication, and I do not offer any official legal counsel because I don't have the rights and the privileges and the background in those things, not the schoolings, not the paperwork, and I'm not even going to fake it. I am a dude who knows some things that work and a lot of things that don't, and I do my best to help steer people towards the things that work. It's that simple. By that definition, it didn't take a lot to become a coach other than the fact that I did some business stuff beforehand and knew some things that worked and have been able to help people get better in what they're doing because I went a few steps ahead and saw where things were going. Now, since I am a coach, I am going to tell you that it is not a scam business. It is not a scam industry. And you sent me this question, so hopefully you'll actually listen to the answer and take it in and just accept the full answer, which is coming right now, because you're asking about the scamminess of coaching. And I will say, just like any other business, any other industry, there are bad actors, scammers, crooks, and shortcuts artists. And of course, these businesses are run by people and their websites over the internet. There's a low barrier to entry for those types of business, and it attracts the worst of those people, or the best of the bad people, if you will, into these types of things to do what they do, take money quickly from other people. Now, if it is true that you are an expert because you know a little bit more than other people, and you use that expertise to sell it to other people, then the issue comes from coaches who are quickly seen as limited people or limited ideas, limited function that what they can do. They know a few tricks, and once those few tricks are done, they're done. But how they get you in is, of course, they charge a lot of money for a big program. And once you're in there, make it very, very hard to get your money out if you're not satisfied. I have been swindled in that way by many people in the process of working this out, sometimes going through coaching programs just to see what they are doing. sometimes going through coaching programs to actually get new things, to learn more things, and often just kind of keeping up with peers, be honest. And sometimes I've seen ones that have been basically bad photocopies of other things. So from personal experience, I've gone through some coaching highs and lows, both looking for actual coaching and looking into coaching. My ability to get money out of bad programs is just as bad as anybody else out there, because that's sort of the point, is them to keep the money and go with it. I would suggest that since you already seem skeptical in your question, even though you seem open enough to ask it, don't look so quickly for a coach to pay to help you through your way. But if you're still looking for some actual, more or less advanced action, go ahead and ask around. Talk to a couple of coaches if they can get them on the phone. One of the big sales funnel tactics right now, and yes, it is a promotional way to get you to buy, is offering up 15-minute or 30-minute free counseling sessions on going through things. And if it's free, you don't have to pay for it. And if they try to make you pay for it up front, then it's not free, and you should be leery of the offering that they're giving, because they're trying to get your money quickly so they can get out of there before being caught. And while it may be nearly impossible to get out of many of their newsletters once you're in their funnel, you will find that the information that you get isn't necessarily all that bad. While some of it does get repetitive, that's because it's the actual solid information. You start seeing reinforcement of the ideas that come through, and that's your clue that what you're doing, what you're trying to do, is on the right path. That's actually a tagline I used to use in one of my old podcasts, one of my current podcasts, I should say, for life coaching. It's called the 10-Minute Life Coach. And one of the things I say in that is, if what you're hearing in this message sounds familiar, then that means you are doing something that's working. You just need a little more time to work it out. So if you're seeing duplicate information, not so much copycat websites that look exactly the same, but information from people that is being presented, even though slightly different in different voices, different demeanors, different order, or if you will, you're knowing that you're getting ideas and information that's probably sound. So if I'm the third coach you started to have a conversation with, if you will, we call this conversation, and the things I'm saying here sound a lot like what the two other coaches said, that's probably your key that what you're hearing is on the up and up. Now, if you just think all of us are working together off the same script, then that does happen as well in some cases. But you'll have to kind of discern the information as it comes down to you piece by piece. Let me assure you that coaching is not a scam business. There are scammers doing business in coaching, but I follow plenty of coaches, and I have my own coaches who offer up various bits of information, some of it free. I mean, if it weren't for coaches and coaching people, all the podcasts out there would be, all about cereal and news stuff. I do one of those too, by the way. And so they're out there teaching their stuff and using that as a way to promote themselves and a way to just kind of get their information out there so that the people who need it and can't afford their services can get some good as well. Sometimes it's about spreading the good of the better and losing a couple bucks on it as opposed to making your maximum dollar. So there's plenty of free information out there you can get for whatever you're looking for. If you're looking specifically for business information, that can get kind of hairy as well. I would suggest, if you don't want to go to a coach, contact your local Better Business Bureau and ask them about people who help things get started. Check out a local small business association. Check out a local SCORE. Go to your university. They'll have some sort of incubator for small businesses, and they will offer these things up for, if not free, very little in the way of a charge, basically charging to keep the lights on, if you will, to keep things going. You can find a book at the library or the bookstore, and, of course, you can search the internet for articles, and some of those may be written by scammier people as well. But there's plenty of ways to find information to get your business started. You can contact me later if you want to work on that, because that's part of what I do as well. But don't be so afraid of people and coaching. Once you get your business started, you're going to want to have some sort of accountability coach or some sort of coach in different areas to make sure things are working, or at least some sort of mastermind where you're doing a group coaching to help you get through things that are not so great and help people over things that they're doing that aren't so great, because the effort of coaching and learning and growing together is what makes this whole thing work. Business people learning from other business people, or business people learning from reputable coaches, makes the business world go greater. So hopefully you will not discount the whole coaching profession just because you've seen a couple copycats, because it is easy to copy materials and throw them out there. So discern who looks like a fairly good, reputable coach. If you want to go with a bigger name because they seem like they're bigger names, that's fine. But there's plenty of good coaches who are not so big names and also not so big cost as well. If cost is an issue, start going with some of the things that people are putting out for free and then start looking at the prices they're offering for their materials and compare what materials you're getting for the amount of money that you're paying. I will always tout coaching. Number one, because it helps pay my bills. Number two, because coaching is how you learn things. Coaching, mentoring, accountability, networking, those types of things. You learn from other people. You can't learn in a bubble by yourself. And so you have to get it from somewhere. And sometimes you have to get it from someone who needs the money to offer up because they're losing out on time and effort and energy. They could be doing something else. Maybe working on their own business, maybe dealing with their own family, maybe taking care of themselves, and you're helping them to do that. So it's a trade, a fairly good trade for time, for effort, if you get the right coach. But yes, there are some scammy guys out there, so be wary of those who offer grand results, but you can't quite figure out who those grand results actually went to. If you want your question answered here on the podcast, it's very simple. Just like Diana, go to the website, businessquestionsansweredhere.com. Submit your question. Give us a little time to get to it, and we will let you know how it goes. And if you want even more details about things we do, check out the same website, Business Questions Answered Here. Very quickly, I want to talk about our sponsor for this week. It is My Company Works, a company formerly known as My New Company. What do they do at My Company Works? They have been working since 2001 to help form businesses for you. Incorporate or form your LLC for as low as $79 plus whatever your state fees are. They will help you select your company title and your state. They will help you fill out your online form. They'll help you get everything set up for your startup, everything you need gathered for your company to make it a real legit big time deal. They'll also offer alerts to let you know when things are due, such as taxes, such as filing, such as making sure things are going on. And of course, you will get phone support. What? Phone support? Phone and email support from this company who's been doing it for so long. They really got it down pat. They have helped over 50,000 businesses become LLCs or incorporate over the time they've been around, since 2001. That's not 2017, not 2011, 2001. They've been doing this for quite some time, and they are experts and will get it done fast, easy, and of course, efficiently and on a price that you can afford. You don't need a big-time lawyer. You just need a nice company like My Company Works. They'll take good care of you, and we'll help them take care of you while taking care of us by going to our website, businessquestionsansweredhere.com/mycompanyworks. That's businessquestionsanswered.com/mycompanyworks. Click on the link for the company or click on links for other sponsors to help take care of us. But we're telling you, My Company Works is the company to help you get your business kicked off the right way today. So now a question we're asking you, the listener, to chime in on to help us and help Diana in her search to believe. Yet, yes, Diana, there is such thing as a good business coach. We're asking you a very simple question. Do you have a business or accountability coach? Do you have someone out there who helps you stay on track for your goals and maybe help you massage through the things you need to do for making sure your business works right, making sure your paperwork's in order, making sure you're doing your taxes? That's a big thing around this time of year. Just making sure things get done the right way. Do you have a coach that helps you get your business and make you stay accountable? You can answer that question pretty simply by going to businessquestionsanswered.com/026 for this episode, number 26. businessquestionsanswered.com/026. Give us the answer to that question in the comments. Do you have a business or accountability coach? And so, thank you for listening to this podcast, this episode. Make sure you subscribe using your favorite podcast app or service to ensure you never miss a new episode. And to submit your question or send comments, please visit our website, businessquestionsansweredhere.com. You can also email us at businessquestionsansweredhere@gmail.com. For more information on my other projects, visit my main website, jclevelandpayne.net. I'll be back soon with even more business questions answered here.